Well, it's time for the season preview, and I might have accidentally spent a lot of money. Hello everyone, Cambear Ron here, and welcome back to FM23 Brentford. This is the Season 4 preview. So, I've spent a lot of money, as you can see. So I'm just going to get straight into the transfers. So a couple of these I did in the previous, because I did them in June, so we're going to quickly skip this. So the first one we did was Pablo Rosario. I I brought him in from Nice. Obviously, if anybody's seen my one season one of Nice video, this guy, I lost him for like 6-7 weeks during, I think it was the February, March. I absolutely panicked. He is actually insanely good. He's the ball-winning midfielder that I really, really need. He can also play box-to-box in the midfield role if necessary, so I can rotate him between Onyeka. We paid 40... We basically brought him in, you ignore that for the moment, brought him in for 14 million, rising to 17 million. And then I managed to get a wonder kid. So this is the guy that I'm really proud of. Ole Burr. He is quite they're saying he's better as a wing back. I tend to use him as centre back. He's 18 years old. He's 3 stars as a centre back already. He's already got, physicals are incredible. 17 acceleration, 16 agility, 16 balance, 16 determination. He's already a lot of his 17 technique. A lot of his abilities are already going up. I'm probably going to try and train him as a centre-back on defence. I'm a little bit worried that will kind of ruin his development. I'm going to look for a little bit of advice, like his potential 5 stars. He could easily be one of the best players in the world. He's already made, 18 under 21 caps. And I think hopefully by the end of this series, he will be called up to the fucking main national team. I bought him for $500,000, I think. And he's now worth 60 to 73 million. Yeah, I paid 525k for him, with an extra 50k based on league appearances. So, and this is for a player who is worth 60 to 73 million now. And he could easily become one of the best in the world. Personality resolute. Play trace does not drive into tackles, that's fine. He's signed on to being an important player because I think he rises his own worth. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to use him as for most of the season. He's already better than anything I have. It does say that he can play wing-back defence at 3.5, but I'm going to try and train him as a centre-back. There's a reason for that, and I'll show you in a minute. So if we go back to the transfers, we've also brought in Tyler Morton on a free. He's only 22. He's got a little bit of room to grow. He's basically there to make up the numbers as a young player, keep him around for a bit, maybe just end up fucking sending him out on loan at some point in January. He might start a few games. He can play in the deep line playmaker role in the midfield or the holding midfield. Fairly decent. He was on loan at Blackburn when you start the game. I had him at Blackburn. He was okay in the Championship. He could still improve, become a 3-star, decent Premier League player. Somebody will pick him up later for about 15 million. I don't know. It's more just a buy, develop, sell for a profit because I brought him in on a free. Anderson Arroyo I brought in to try and play left back, but he can also play anywhere across the defence. The only problem with that is that I brought him in and then I didn't read the fucking contract. He wants to be played as a fucking right back. So he's in case Molina or Rosalev or anybody gets injured. He's probably not going to improve much because he's already 25. But he's there to make up numbers. I do need to get some cover in. So I had to still get another left back. So I brought in this guy, David Hanko. He was brought in from... Where did I get him from again? Feyenoord for 15 million. He is basically a three-star fullback. Cover for Rico Henry because I am going to need it. He's already 27. He probably won't improve. He does have 16 decisions, which is quite good, which means he won't do stupid crap. He's been okay in the preseason. We've only played 2 games, but we did okay in them mostly. It's been, he's basically here to make up the numbers. And again, if he can do a job, he can do a job. He can also play centre-back as well. So I have a lot of cover across that back line now. Then we brought in this Jorginho Rota. Now, in real life, he's actually on the verge of joining Leeds. He's 23, he's 2.5 stars. He was going to be the guy that was going to, make up the numbers in attack, and then eventually he'd kick on and become a 4-star. Already got, 16 flair. In terms of, actual mentals, composure 12, anticipation 12, bravery. He's good, he's got a lot of room to grow. I loaned him back to Hoffenheim. As they asked for a loan, I thought, why not? We'll give him another season at Hoffenheim, see if he improves, and then he can give us some solid performances to come in next season at the age of 24. We paid... Oh, God, how much did we pay for him? We paid 6 million for him, rising to 8 million on performances. Before I get into this guy, I'm just going to go on some of the outgoings. Obviously, after Vitalia, Josh Da Silva joined Middlesbrough for 195k. Maxim Mukin went to Trabzonspor for 11 million. Mipo Odubeko is on loan at Oxford. Finn Stevens went to Crystal Palace for 9.5 million. Then we ran into a couple of other things. So Sergio Canos is gone. Nathan Coombs has joined Anderlecht. Kyriakopoulos is finally out. He's joined Sporting. Charlie Gray's gone to Morecambe. A couple of loans. But then we get to Christian Norgard. Real Sociedad came in. They made a really good offer of about, I think it was about 11.5 million up front, rising to 17.5 million based on installments. So I sold Norgard. I thought, fuck it, I'll take the chance. He doesn't really play well with Onyeka. And then Mbuemo and about half the squad all came saying, oh, why did you sell him? He was, important to us. Because in absolute style, I didn't check the dynamics. And, yeah, it turns out he was a dressing room leader. So, I didn't really... Yeah, we now have one less dressing room leader. Because I think Mbuemo has now taken the place of Norgard. So Norgard sold. I already sat down with the team meeting because the whole thing flashed about number of players were unhappy. I said to them, we'll cope without him. And while a couple of the other highly influential players were happy, the team leaders were not. So I had to make a promise to say we'll replace him. So now we have Ludovic Blas, brought in for about, I think it was about 20 odd million. Yeah, 25 million from Nantes. It's really what I'm looking for anyway, because I've now got an AM that I can switch with. I've now got an attacking midfielder I can switch with fucking Damsgaard, which they're both about the same level. Probably Blas has more room to grow. 16 passing is pretty good because we'll finally manage to get somebody passing the attacking midfield role. 199, 200 appearances, 39 goals for Guingamp isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's look at his career stats. 4 goals and 32 appearances. 6 assists, though. Average rating 7.4. He should be able to make up the numbers. We've actually built quite a strong squad now. If we go to the league, I think when I first saw the preview, we were 13th. So we are now not changed. Brilliant. So we've spent, what have we spent? Transfers. Because I had a 50 million budget. I spent 55 million just on these guys alone. Add in Pablo Rosario and Ole Burr. 55 plus 14 in the end is fucking 69.
Nice.
Basically, we've spent 69.5 million in one season. I've either got to finish, I'd say, maximum top 10. Oh yeah, Miles Pert Harris is also going to leave, but he'll be out on loan. Just again, it's making up the numbers. We're going to replace him with Anderson Arroyo for the moment. In terms of the preseason, I've still got 2 games to go against Chievo and Pro Vercelli. We've played 2 games already. We got 4-0 against Slavia Prague, and then we pissed it up all against Wickham somehow. So we're over in Italy for that. And then we got the first 2 games of the season against Leeds and Aston Villa. I'm looking forward to this one, because I think I've assembled a really good squad, quite a bit of depth. So probably going forward in most of our games is going to be probably a back 4 of Henry, Ole Burr, Ayer, Molina, Rosario, Onyeka, and Zafiris in the midfield, Damsgaard, Sporting Torres, and Tony. So, and then everyone else making a couple of appearances. Christopher Ayer, I now no longer play at the base of midfield. I can actually play him as a defender. I'm probably going to slowly phase out Pinnock, because he is 32. I could still probably cash in on him, but I don't want to sell anyone else. Because at this point, I've loaned out a lot of players. And I don't really want to end up costing myself in terms of team depth. We've actually got quite a strong team now. I said that I probably wanted to try and I'd never really set a goal. I was initially going to say mid-table. I think if we're fortunate, we might be able to sneak... Can we not? Yeah, we're aiming for mid-table. I might suggest sneaking in between 6th and 9th. Realistically, we might be able to sneak into Europe. I would hope with the amount of money we've spent, I would hope we will as well. Because if we get into Europe, we will massively get a huge reputation boost. We'll be able to compete on another front and maybe win another trophy. I would like to run deep in a couple of competitions as well. Obviously, we reached the FA Cup final, but a lot of that wasn't on me. We were already, no, it was actually. We only just got into the third round. Obviously, they reached the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup as well. Another really deep cup run would be quite good. Because I think at this point they need the money. Because, looking at the finances, we're 14 million in debt because I've just spent and spent and spent. So, yeah, net debt. We've got 17 million of transfer debt. They had to inject 60 million into the club to keep us afloat. That was fun. I have a feeling I might get in a little bit of trouble from the board at the end of this season for the sheer amount of money I dumpstered. Especially, I really need some of these transfers to work out. I have a lot of hope for Ole Burr and Pablo Rosario. Obviously, Ludovic Blas gives us the option as well. But I now finally have really strong depth options at fullback. Which is the really important thing, because I can now not have to worry about my fullback options being a problem. The only thing I'm worried about is that fucking Mads Roslev is wanted by Milan, which Fiorentina I'm not worried about, Milan I'm a little bit worried about. And then there's a couple of others that are wanted, but I'm not intending to sell anyone else. The only other one I might shift out, because he is quite old, is Marco Lavaya. I don't have a place for him anymore. I might try and chuck him on a couple of times, but I don't think it's going to work out. So, yeah, I think we're in a pretty strong position. Let me know... I'll tell you what. Let me know what you think I should do about Ole Burr. And let me know where you think I will finish. Seriously, but put in the comments where you think I will finish this season. With the signings I've made, with the squad that I've built. And let me know whether you think I should try and keep Ole Burr as a right back, or whether I should really train him as a centre back, or just let Nate take his course. Because I haven't actually... In fact, let's look at his training at the moment. Where is my thing? Individual. Ole Burr. Yeah, he is. He's being trained as a centre back, so it should be okay. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, if you can get 3.5 stars as a centre back, that should be fine. But again, that's common. Let me know what you think is the best way to train him, because I've never really handled a wonder kid before. I think the last one I tried to handle got a bit shitty with me, and that was in the late stage of my Bremen save. So yeah, do let me know. But I'm really excited for the start of this season. Obviously, we kick off against Leeds. That will be a video on Wednesday. I will be taking the day off tomorrow, and then you'll see the beginning of next season on Wednesday. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe. I've been Canberra Run, and thank you for watching.